Hey guys, Beastforce here and welcome back to my Phineas and Ferb breakdown. As today in this video I'm going to complete the 3 episodes of Phineas and Ferb, including the season finale of season 5 of Phineas and Ferb, which I just watched a couple of days ago. Before the season 5 finale, we are getting a third Phineas and Ferb movie, which involves around time traveling again, just like the last day of summer and the Quantum Bagaloo episode, and it's about time. And it's about Phineas' mom met Ferb's dad, erasing from the event, meaning the boys never became brothers, which is gonna be very, very well how it's gonna pan out. And I know the songs are gonna bang out, just like in the first and second movie, and I know how this is gonna go. And also there's a short that released which is called Agent P on the Sea, which I'm looking forward to watch. Well, I won't be doing a breakdown with it, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it, which I already did. And also more things that the full episode of the season 5 finale has been released on YouTube, which you can find. After finishing the last episode of the season 5 finale, I will be doing the charts, but I will try not to compare as much compared to the original one, which I'm gonna do anyways to see what it is, but I will do that once we get to it. If this is your first breakdown and you're curious to know how the rating system works, there's a detailed description down below along with my other videos, which also has the link down below in my playlist. The first episode to premiere on January the 16th, 2026 on Disney Channel US and Disney XD is called Elevator Irritator, written by Scott Peterson. Trapped in a mall elevator, Phineas and Ferb think inside the box as Candace tries to make her date with Jeremy.
Up to anything. They're literally sitting right here.
As you can see, Candace is looking this way with a different angle with her face matching with the body movement. Very, very neat.
Eyes on me, how do I look?
Red shirt and white skirt, that's almost become your signature look, Candy.
That's what she always wears in the summer and in the winter when we saw in one episode.
I could borrow your dangly earring. Tiny Cowboy Farewell concert at 6 sharp.
That's the first time they mentioned Tiny Cowboy in the revival. And they do in the farewell concert because, and we all know in real life, the voice actor Davy Jones actually passed away.
Chop chop!
Did you just chop me?
Well, ask the lumberjacks about chop away on my heart.
The dangly one?
Find them.
As Candace is eager about the earrings, you get to see her face posing like that, which is very detailed. And you don't hear the sound effect of Candace's running as she flashed like that.
These make my neck look long.
With earrings, Candace doesn't look bad at it. Look at it with the light green there with the dark green. Looks cool.
I was about to take the boys to the mall.
Yeah, they're releasing a special edition of the Echidna Man graphic novel.
And Candace interrupts it. Explain that we don't get an answer, but hopefully we do in the future.
I don't want to see any crazy inventing, wild adventures, or improbable shenanigans.
It's strange to see Candace gonna drive to the mall with Phineas and Ferb, but without the mom being there, which is actually a change of pace for a while, which is good. And we're gonna get some solid development between Candace, Phineas and Ferb together once we get to the scene.
Yes, we are.
You can't escape front face Phineas every time you see it.
Hey, where's
And he's entering his lair with a letterbox, which is actually pretty gross.
Been spotted at the mall. Thing on the so easily distracted too.
Relatable too. I always get distracted when I'm on my phone or something.
Oh, a cat is friends with a snake.
Google Plex Mall. We haven't seen that since More Than an Intern when Carl was rescuing the kids while getting attacked by the fish by Doofenshmirtz. And that's the first time we see the Googleplex Mall since the daytime of Phineas and Ferb. And also Milo Murphy's Law if you want to go there. But comparing the two of the original one and the revival of the Googleplex Mall looks way stylish, very overcolor. You get to see the windows there. It looks more detailed with the layers out there. Say what you want about the revival's animation, but this is an improvement compared to this.
Bye!
Look at Candace when she smiles wide. Look at her, she looks so happy.
Shoot! 14 minutes left to get to Jeremy. Oh, come on already.
This is funny that Doofenshmirtz has got out of the elevator while Candace, Phineas and Ferb got in the elevator, which is perfect timing. And Perry interrupts him without giving him a demonstration about what his Anita does, as we're going to see.
Oh, no!
I really like how Candace and Doofer are screaming and panicking at the same time as they're both stuck in the elevator, which is valid.
Depower and all the other stores so the kids would have to shop at my new pop-up. Comfort, boredom over passion, it's over everything. That's lish.
Doofer's work being stylish as always. We've seen that evident in a couple episodes in the original one when he was wearing a dress.
And fashion trends.
The entire Tri-Mall area.
If I had a nickel that every time that the Dawn Omniverse is an episode stuck in the elevator, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice, right?
Okay, we're fine. Seemingly burly rescuers will be here with the jaws of life.
What happens if they never come and you'll be stuck in the elevator forever? You're gonna have to find a solution to get out of it, right?
Need some hot pretzels.
And he mentioned pretzels again. Remember, he hates pretzels in Buford Confidential in season 3. I used to do that all the time when I slept, when I was drinking my straw. It'll be like all the time.
Think about, we need to ration our foods. This is going to be that corner.
This is the job my dad gave me.
I really like Norm is hanging out at Les Smurfs as the kid is just holding with her ice cream, who you gonna see later.
Oh, hello? Can anyone hear me?
We're trapped in the elevator.
I'm trapped in the elevator. Well, how does that help me? I'm just as trapped as you are. I need a call for help. Use your emergency phone.
And Candace can hear Doofenshmirtz in the other side, even though she doesn't recognize his face. Even though these two are the main characters of Phineas and Ferb. Even though Phineas and Ferb appears a lot, make adventures and stuff. But always, the main characters of these two are Doofenshmirtz and Candace.
So we're even.
Oh, useless.
While Candace is panicking, I really like how you see Phineas and Ferb being calm with the situation while they're making stuff.
So make it. Ew, that's disgusting. But that doesn't mean I'm still not frustrated.
Ferb is really smart in this situation as he makes earrings for Candace. Even though Candace is still frustrated, Ferb can do anything. He's just a man of action and all.
You can spend your time being upset. Once we have the time, let's put it to good use. Have fun with nothing but a big cardboard box.
Phineas and Ferb can turn anything fun. Remember Croquet YA? They make sports look so much fun. They're very genius when it comes to it.
They hide and seek, pretend the floor is lava.
While they're stuck in the elevator, they sing the song called Think Inside the Box, none other than Phineas and Ferb singing the song. And this is the last time that Phineas will sing the song in season 5, as we could get more in season 6. Look at this weird thing while Phineas is looking down. Strange. Hide and seek, the floor is lava, knitting the scarf, and the Baccara lava. They have a phone, why couldn't they call for help? They could just do that or something, or they just don't know. More front face Phineas, and Ferb has socks as you can see it's green. As Ferb's checking this thing, you get to see Phineas's teeth look around it as it is, which is very, very intriguing to see. Where do they get these things while they've been stuck in the elevator? And look at that, you can see the DMV.
Pose is quite unorthodox.
We've seen this frame right here in Dan Provermy's shorts before the episode came out. It's just I'm stumbling for words.
We gotta think inside the box.
Is that what Doofenshmirtz said in Tip of the Aglet?
Look in the box, Perry the Platypus. Always look in the box.
Stop! Enough!
Keep it down in there!
While Doofenshmirtz is making an animal agent with his pharmacist clothes with his underwear and vest appears.
Times it seems like you get the most upset when we're doing something cool.
It's really nice that we get to see Phineas and Ferb and Candace bonded together as a family in the elevator, which is one of the strongest aspects in this episode, which is done very well. I really like how Phineas acknowledged that Candace gets so annoyed while he's doing inventions. We see that evident in Candace Against the Universe, but I'll break down when we get there. But we all know the fact that she really wants to protect them from doing dangerous things. It's because she doesn't hate them. It's just that they do dangerous things.
Invited to join in, right?
You do.
And we see evidence, which we already seen it in interviews by the queers. If she did half the things that Phineas and Ferb did, she would be busted.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Walls closing in!
Didn't Scott the Undergrounder said the same thing in Escape in Milo Murphy's Law Season 2?
We're trapped! The walls are closing in!
I'll never get to see Vanessa's wedding. Play with my grandkids.
I'm very, very shocked that Doofenshmirtz mentioned about Vanessa having a wedding in the future and having grandkids. So who will marry Vanessa in the future?
to see the mass incorporation of personal jetpacks.
You are mentioning about jetpacks, but not Professor Time, which is strange because I really like the concept of Professor Time, but not mentioned in one single episode of Revival so far. You could have done this earlier. Maybe just Perry's just fucking with him or whatever, which is hilarious. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't know why you couldn't have used your laser thingy earlier.
I said the same thing too. Am I Doofenshmirtz right now? Pizza, pasta. I would love to get food in the mall.
Did you lose this?
And this kid's gonna use the inhaler so that the elevator can go up and down as he's gonna mess around with it. Front face Phineas again, as I call it, as well as they're gonna find a way to get out. Make that too.
I don't want to see you. Don't see it. It doesn't count.
You could have been way more specific, Candace, earlier, but at least they're gonna find a way to get out of here.
Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
I really like how you can hear the quirky worky song playing in the background, but this time it sounded different in the elevator version.
Is that a truck backing up?
Smart improvisation from Agent P from using the jetpack to take away the inhaler away from the kid, but he's still stuck in the elevator.
It's just not fair.
And she said the same line, "It's not fair," in Candace Against the Universe, but very upset. But she's like, "I'm done with this shit anyway."
Busted immediately.
Yes, you did in many episodes, including Candace Gets Busted, which you did nothing wrong, by the way.
Seem really potentially dangerous.
I can't play it all because of copyright reason. I really like how Candace trying to stop her brothers because it's just too dangerous. But not in this episode. She just really wants to protect them, which is nice for her character. I really like how Candace evolves very well.
Wait, stop moving! Stop moving!
Were you saying something, Candace?
How did they get out of the elevator? Maybe because they're thinking inside the box, which I'm gonna go for.
Oh, you'll never make it in time on full elevator.
We gave it a little boost.
I really like how you can see Candace's face while you pause it, as Phineas looks Candace in that thing right here. Very angled very well in this scene.
This is exactly what I'm talking about!
As Doofenshmirtz is still in the elevator, you get to see the lightning chase as Perry the Platypus open it. This is a cool shot. It may not be the strongest for the visual wise in this episode, but it had some cool moments. And of course, Doofenshmirtz survives everything, even though he got blasted off many times in many episodes of the Revival, and he still survives. It's just the Toon Force. Tiny Cowboy, Convention Center, Danville, tonight only.
I'm too late. With all his calls, it looks like I've been ignoring him.
Candace! I'm so sorry. I got stuck in traffic. I am so sorry.
Very relatable, Jeremy. But what I like about Jeremy in the Revival, he's more expressive, he has a personality, and he does his job very well. I really like the chill personality of Jeremy in the Revival, which I'd like to see as he plays music, guitars, and all of that. But the Revival's done a very good job doing it anyway, so I don't mind which Jeremy personality is. The Revival's doing a good job with his characterization.
Earrings.
Thanks.
I really like how they fist pumping each other as they being a wingman to Candace again towards Jeremy.
Are you mad?
I really like how Candace messed up in the original run at times with Jeremy, but Jeremy always loves her no matter what. But this is the opposite in this episode. But I really like how Candace and Jeremy love each other. They really are made for each other.
That Candace Flynn Fletcher is why I love you.
Ooh, more Candame, just like the couple episodes of the Revival. But this is the best part, as he said, "I love you" towards Candace, which is the best part. We're getting a lot of W's here.
No, maybe, yes.
I heard it. You can't take it back.
She was all right.
One more front face Phineas before the episode ends. Alright, the plot will get a 2. It may not be the strongest plot, but I really like how they've been stuck in the elevator while Phineas and Ferb talking to their sister Candace while thinking inside the bot. I really like the dynamic between the Flynn Fletchers and talking to each other, which is so sweet and lovely. Even though Candace wants to bust her brothers because they create dangerous invention, which we've seen the reasons why. I really like the communication with them. Also, Perry and Doofusworth as well, as Doofusworth is stuck in the elevator, which is funny, and everything else is done very well for the plot, as Candace got there for Tiny Cowboy's farewell concert, but it was too late. But nice to see them getting together with Jeremy in the end. Characterization will get a 5. I think this is another strong characterization in the revival. It's because I really like how Candace hang around with her brothers, Phineas and Ferb, while they've been stuck in the elevator while communicating with each other. Even though Candace wants to bust them, it's really sweet to see it in the elevator. As well, Perry and Doof being stuck in the elevator too. The characterization is done strongly, and Scott Peterson knows how to do it very well. And Jeremy towards the end, even though he likes Candace in the end, but accidentally. But nice to see his personality is getting better overall. Visuals, it's a 4. The visuals of this episode is not the strongest so far, but I really like the Inside the Box song, how they go in the elevator with the booth. I really like the communication between Phineas and Candace, even though the animation felt stiff at times, but overall, you can't complain about it as long as you can get lost in this situation, which done very well. Importance is a 2 and entertainment is a 5. Even though it's not higher than Dungeons & Dragons, which I prefer, but I really like how we get in a solid episode with Phineas and Ferb talking to Candace while stuck in the elevator, as well as Doof and Perry. The jokes are very good, the song was great, and also we get Candace and Jeremy in. Very solid so far. The last 11-minute episode of Phineas and Ferb of Season 5 of The Revival is called Master of Fate, written by Shane Lincoln for the first time, and premiered on January the 16th, 2026 on Disney Channel US and Disney XD. A cosmic traveler warns of a space-time rip, forcing the boys to save the universe by doing nothing. Meanwhile, Perry enters Doof's Trap Academy. And they are watching guys doing trick shots and all that stuff, which is very, very cool. We get our first front face Phineas face.
Oh, yeah! Whoa! Wait,
I really like the gang doing tricks while Ferb is standing with his head in the ground, while Phineas is doing tricks while Buford is rolling. And Isabella as well, she's stealing the show with her backflip. She is so cool. Maybe she could be a cheerleader one day. Hey, there's that gnome again. That's another reference to Gravity Falls, and we've seen that again in Out of Character when Baljeet was auditioning with the role.
we should have been filming that.
Oh yes, that was in the promo before this episode came out.
Oh, did I say birdhouse? I meant Hadron Collider.
That has been there since Bend It Like Doof, which we saw where the gang was playing sticks.
The collider's making a weird noise, Helen.
Okay, kids, we're heading to a new store. Almost antique.
Almost antique? What kind of name is that?
99 years old.
And resell them as official antiques.
Just like entrance exam, they're getting the board out to do equations and stuff. And front face Phineas. As they do the lightning effect, you get to see Baljeet's covered in that white silhouette. Also colored around a different color while the lightning effect starts.
No, we didn't.
The Master of Fate!
And you thought Candace has a double ganger in season 2, while Baljeet has one too, and he's called the Master of Fate. While pausing it, you get to see they're covered in that silhouette, which is actually pretty dope as the lightning effect goes in.
What's with the space wizard cost?
To travel the universe.
I wish we got to see Master of Fate traveling around the universe, but I really like how we're going to see he predicts something once we get to that.
Events that could destabilize the universe's very existence. Here.
My trick shot? It was pretty great.
Device has it always been that rift in space-time has been ripped open. I am here to help seal.
I don't think it's fully Buford's fault. He's just actually threw the ball in with the ricochet which gone in, which causes the ripple effect, as Master of Fate is here.
Sending for another space adventure movie.
And that is also a callback to Out of Character.
2 steps to your left.
And he sees things, what's going to happen in the future. Master of Fate is really good at calculating things, as Isabel's almost got crushed by a chicken. Another one of the front face Phineas as we see it.
Houston, I dropped my lunch.
And they always mention Houston, just like the song Houston, we got a situation from Moon Farm.
To seal the rift.
More impossible than
Much more.
Master of Fate is going to try to save the world, not just Danville, to prevent the rift from being open more.
It's cosplay, not a head injury.
Just wait until another Baljeet appears. I really like how Beef is eating the chicken while it falls down. Looks like he's got a free food wherever. And front face Phineas. Once he does the lightning effect, the silhouette appears again.
Mr. of Fate is my father. Red zone.
Sure thing, possible, near possible, and impossible. Looks like they're gonna have to do it right.
I know what we're gonna do today. Hey, where's Perry?
The annual Alka Agent Performance Review.
And he's doing an Alka performance review as it's gonna enable about something with traps and stuff. And there's no layer entrance of how Perry does it.
Agent O. His biggest strength is avoiding traps.
And we get a new agent, Agent O, as he is good at avoiding traps, which is ironic because Perry the Platypus has always been trapped in nearly every episode, including the original one.
You stink at it, Agent P.
No shit, Sherlock.
Trapped, 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 trapped again, trapped even more, trapped, trapped. You get the picture. Over to Dr. Doofus.
Temporary trap training truce treaty.
There's only 5 T's, which we get to see on the screen, as Doofus is going to train Perry about traps. As I look at Doofus' main picture, you get to see the color exaggerate on the right as it's recolored from the original, as his skin color is slightly changed, which they redone it.
And we are not good at acronyms.
Well, you kinda aren't. OWCA is actually a pretty good organization.
And the platypus, he must be here for the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
And we don't see Doofus wearing a pharmacist outfit. Instead, he's using his training for the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta trap thing.
And the #1 evil scientist makes me just a giant #2.
And that's why Doofus took this seriously, because Doofus is a #1 Alka agent enemy. Perry the Platypus has always been a top dog for Alka. You can see the riff is starting to go with the pink aura covering around as the black holes is starting to get bigger as it grows. I really like how they're both celebrating, while Buford hasn't finished that chicken yet.
What happened to your costume? What's going on?
As they see two Balchi, you get to see Isabella's hands on Phineas' shoulder. That's a Finabella content right here, along with front face Phineas, which is a bonus.
What's going on?
As I watched the episode for the first time, the subtitle said, "Oh my god," but Isabella actually said, "What's going on?"
What's going on? What's going on?
That's just a subtitle mistake.
This is my nightmare.
Oh yeah, Buford is traumatized by it, because remember in the original run of season 4 of Primal Perry, there were a lot of Balchi was ganging up on him. I haven't brought down season 4, but when I get there, I will mention it.
Are the Master of Fate?
Your trick shot was not nearly impossible enough.
As you can see, there's a lot of things. It looks like a gym from Doof Evil Incorporated. Just to incorporate after them what happened in Doof Exercise in that episode.
I think you better mind your gap.
The song is playing the montage is called Your Trap, which is a pop rap song, and this is actually a pretty dope song when you listen to it. It's a straight up banger. There are times that Perry tries way too hard and he gets trapped because of that, because he always knows how to get out of the trap, but he always gets trapped when the first instance play.
Don't open that gate.
As you can see, Pyramid Scheme, could that be a reference to the Pyramid Sports in season 4?
Fine, and you're not even trying.
Just like the previous episode, I said the same thing. He's not even trying. Am I turning into Doofus Spurts right now?
Here, make sure you hydrate.
Nearly every episode, Perry gets trapped and he doesn't know how to do it. Every time he's in the trap, but he finds a way to get out of the trap by Doofus being stupid or just giving him buttons or just find his own way with gadgets and tools.
Time for your performance review. Head over to Danville Rec Center at once.
Wow, as your trainer, that
As much as I like the Master Fate plot side, I really enjoy this plot side more. It's just very intriguing. And we get to see a close front face Phineas right here.
Nothing. But we always build something. We just sit here and wait for the shot to make it sound.
And the worst thing about this is, this actually works when we get to it.
No ending up in this cup on its own, Art.
Nearly impossible.
I really love the awkward silence as it's gonna build up to here.
Your punctuality score gets you off to a strong start.
And there's Agent O, and he has his own parachute logo as well, like Perry too.
9 out of 10.
Even though it's a callback, it is very similar how Major Monogram refused to shake his hand for Doofus in Bend It Like Doof.
Call him Agent O!
Oh, I really like how Carl says it. It's so funny.
Doofenshmirtz? What's hard, did you? I'm evil, hello!
I really like how Doofenshmirtz comes here as he's gonna fight Perry the Platypus to trap him. He's not giving up on Agent P because he doesn't want to be number 2. As the Trapinator is about to transfer, you get to see it's covered in that blue circle as it goes around, as the wheels becomes like a feet size of it with hands, as well as the trap going inside of it with a lot of trap boxes there with the cage. It looks like it's doing a lot of transformation as you get to see the trap on top of it while Doofenshmirtz is closing the window down. A bit like Transformers in a lot of shows.
Behold, the Trapinator! It doesn't really matter if you're number 1 or not. Beyond number 1 evil scientist.
If you trap Agent O, Perry the Platypus, that will make you like the number 0's world scientist or something. That would be funny.
It might make me number 0 or something.
That is what I just said earlier. Man, I'm becoming like Doofenshmirtz every single time. I predict something and he says it too. And Agent O has some reflexes as he dodged the nets. You just can't have an Enator without the self-destruct button.
Can't we build something?
While the angle of the camera spins around, you get to see the black vortex around it as they pan to it. Very similar to Dinner Reservation, while it was spinning around while it was facing a different angle, which is very sick.
On that side of the yard.
Okay, honey, try turning it back on.
And that what is the impossible mean? Do nothing as the collider hits the thing in the satellite as it's gonna go back to Earth, as it's gonna be inside the rift. That is gonna be a very cool.
I love you too.
Semi-aquatic ones always give me the most trouble.
To be honest, if you hold back many times, all your poor planet skills, the reason why you lose many times.
Oh, thanks. I probably do need to hydrate.
I really like how Agent O is deflecting with the water bottle to give it to Perry to tap Doofenshmirtz. And Doofenshmirtz is blasting off again.
You never make time for me.
Just wait until the next episode, which I'm gonna do, which I'll get to there.
Now that there is indeed a method to your madness.
Agent P gets trapped on purpose, buying him time to assess the situation and save the day.
And that is basically the whole plot of Plot B. When Perry gets trapped, he goes out there to save the day.
Say, top Agent P.
I would love to see Agent P and Agent O team up together, like Stacy and Perry and all these other agents. That would be so cool, but hopefully season 6 it will happen. You know Candace is watching a video which is based around it on TikTok, which is actually in real life, which iconically Dan Pomeroy is famous for. This reminds me in Lost in Danville in an alternate universe where Phineas has that extra sight and the gang was trying to find something as they almost got sucked into that vortex until something stopped.
Is that an antique?
Oh, it will be next year.
And they did the unique way with the impossible by going to space in the casino, Doofenshmirtz, the giant balloon, Lawrence's head hitting the collider there, which actually stopped the rift by going into the cup, which is impossible indeed.
You got a ball into this cup.
But...
I really love in the close-up you get to see Candace and Linda's face actually covered in shadow, which is a cool detail. While Phineas and his friends wasn't covered in shadow, and if Candace didn't block the way, we would have seen another front-face Phineas.
No, our very existence is simply the result of a series of improbabilities, or what I guess you could call fate.
I am in this tree!
And he's still here, surprisingly, because you know why.
My work here is done. To depart!
But how will you get home?
He is an alternate version of Baljeet, but he's actually his doppelganger, just like Candace, as he goes in the bus. Hopefully we see him again, hopefully.
Not sending you another chicken.
Time to review the last 11-minute episode of Phineas and Ferb Season 5. And the plot will start off with a 2. I really like how we see Plot A and Plot B, as Plot A focus on Master of Fate as Phineas and the gang trying to get a perfect impossible ball into the cut, while the rift was actually opened, and they did it by going from space to the balloon in Lawrence to the cut, which they made the impossible. and plot B focus on Perry while getting trapped. Well, he's not good at getting inside the trap, he's just good at getting out of the trap, which is actually Perry's trait, as Agent O knows how to get out of the trap, which is actually a good trope for him. I really like how Perry the Platypus passes it, as Agent O and Perry the Platypus shake hands towards the end, which is nice. Characterization's gotta get a 5. I really like how Phineas and the gang trying to get the impossible challenge by getting the ball into the cup. Well, they did by doing absolutely nothing, which is a strategy for them. I really like how we see the Master of Fate, as I'm not saying much about this character, but hopefully we get to see him again in the future. Maybe in the movie, who knows? But I really like the idea of having a Baljeet doppelganger, just like Candace had one in the original one. I also like Agent P trying to get out of the trap while he was getting trapped, and he's not even trying. He knows how to get himself out of the trap by luck or using his gadgets and materials, and he does it very well. And good to see Agent O for the first time, as hopefully we do get to see him again, maybe team up with Perry in the future, who knows. Visuals, importance and entertainment will be the same score as the previous episode. Same score as the previous episode, as both episodes are very enjoyable of their own rights, as focusing more on the Candace, Phineas and Ferb dynamic of the Fletchers, while the other one focused on Master of Fate and Perry the Platypus training about traps. Overall, they both done very well. And now, we're entering the season finale of Season 5 of Phineas and Ferb. To complete Season 5 of Phineas and Ferb, the episode of the finale is called Vendopocalypse the Musical, written by Josh Pruitt, who also wrote Night of the Living Pharmacist, which is premiered on January the 16th, 2026 on Disney Channel US and Disney XD, 7 months and 11 days since the first episode of the revival of Season 5 came out in June the 5th, 2025. What a journey this turned out to be. Doof intentionally becomes responsible for the vending machine becoming the dominant race. Meanwhile, Phineas and the gang skip rocks while Isabella ponders Phineas's possible romantic gestures.
Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence!
And we see a different title screen, as it is the season finale of Season 5, as is compared to the original one of some episodes.
Time for family game night!
Finally, my favorite mechanical appliance, trusted confidant, and friend.
Air fryer.
Funny enough, I have my own air fryer too, but this time with the black one. But this time he has a different color compared to that. And Norm's getting treated just like the original one, as he doesn't get mentioned at all once again. He's been poorly treated by Doofusverse many times.
I almost forgot. Clean up this kitchen. Wi-Fi password, I always forget.
Sometimes I forget my Wi-Fi password, unless it's near the Wi-Fi cable, which is right there. But does Doofusverse check? I don't know. And we still see Doofusverse kicking the orange, which is a good continuity.
Stand. Only he could see me.
The first episode of the 21 finale of Season 5 is called The New Norm, as Olivia Olson wrote the songwriter for this episode after Forced Perspective Western Town. I like how Norm swings around with the mop, as you can see is animated very well while he's singing. Very good stuff. I really love in the fridge you get to see Doofusverse with his picture with his daughter Vanessa, even though Vanessa is cringed by his father many times in the original one, but I like how this is going.
Decide what a thrill, what a ride.
I ever feel like Danny Jacobs' son Aaron Jacobs doing the song. Even though Doofus poorly treated at times, you always been part of the family many times. We seen you talking with Vanessa and Doofus in The Last Day of Summer and many episodes, which is so sweet. But the episode is gonna focus on Norm, and he's still being powered by a squirrel, which is another great continuity nod. I really love how Norm looks at the vending machine, as it's gonna play out once we get to that.
Who you singing to?
Pressing my simulated feelings through song.
Keep doing you.
And this is the second episode that Norm and Vanessa talk to each other, as since Doof exercise. We don't see that much in the original one. I think in Real Boy, where they were talking about each other, as Vanessa calls him bro in that episode, which is so sweet. We need more Vanessa and Norm interactions.
What you doing? Us, his rock skipping skills. Wow.
Lawrence's throwing skills is pretty good. It's better than Buford, who keeps throwing it with the stick to the left, which is in Bend It Like Doof.
No, we're gonna do today. You can skip rocks across all 12 lakes here. Let's go!
I really like how the romantic feel to face while Isabella's holding Phineas's hand while touching it. As you get to see, she is blushing. And the Finabella plotline, I'll talk about it more once we get towards the end.
Phineas just touched your hand. Of course I did. Mean anything? Everything. He was touching everyone's hand. Last. Where's Perry? Yeah, where is Perry?
I like how she's talking to herself because if Phineas touched Isabella's hand and she wonders where's Perry is. Oh, okay. Nice entrance from Perry, just going around in the water to his lair while caught in the fish while saving it. That is pretty cool.
Don't break the new vending machine.
Doof seems quiet lately, but Flap seems very busy.
Drop at DEI.
Check it out, Agent D.
I really like how the swordfish is back towards the inside the thing right here, which is very, very cool. Candace spying on them, which is usual for her character, and front face Phineas.
Exciting coin appraisals on the docket.
Keys are on the rack if you need them.
I like how you can see Big Ben and Inglefield with teacups and all of that. And Candace, Florence and Linda leaves the car keys to Candace, and you know what she's gonna do with it.
I can take the invention to Mom.
Didn't you already try that with the all-terrain vehicle in Secret of Success and you busted yourself?
Set my own course, yes, course.
Nope.
And they cut off Candace's song again, just like in the second dimension and Candace Against the Universe, when the universe is against her and the mysterious four. Let her play the song for what? Hopefully we found the animatic version, or hopefully someone uploaded it like Charles Scorgo has been doing recently.
Across the body of H2O.
The second song that's playing in this episode score, Skipping Rocks, performed by none other than Love Handle Danny, the voice of by Bowling for Soup. I really like how you see the magnifying glasses covered in it while the rocks is continue going in the water while jumping through it, which is so cool. There's Danny, Bobby Fabulous, and Swampy, Love Handle. Hey, there's that driver instructor again from License to Bust. I really like how Phineas and Isabella are looking in different direction as we get a Finabella another shot right there. Once again we see front face Phineas in that side. And they're touching hands again, but this time they're fist bumping each other, which is awesome. Another Finabella moment, but for an episode like this, it's just kind of ruined the pacing a bit, but I'll talk more about it in the end. Hand touching, smiling, first bump, zero affection, deviant from the norm. So she's gonna ask Candace for a second opinion once we get to that.
Need a third opinion from someone older.
And that is a perfect trustworthy for Isabel to ask Candace for romantic advice, because she always hangs around with Jeremy and she always has romantic things with him, which makes a lot of sense.
Bury the platypus. You're just in time. Anyway, I've been organized.
Well, the most okayest dad. Is that Vanessa wrote this? And Perry's getting trapped again, just like in the previous episode, which explains a lot about why he's getting trapped a lot while training.
I guess 2 3-headed dogs. My coin collector made everyone in the tri-state area.
You know he's going to steal, right? Typical Doofenshmirtz.
The ants are aware, allowing them to coordinate and keep track of the coins until I find my two-headed dog.
Thing in those, so I made them dispense snacks.
Why didn't you create your own coinator with different architecture? But this doesn't work in your perspective. Brian's kicking the vending machine. There's that driving instructor again taking a break after driving with a person. Hey, there's that toilet where Perry the Platypus was in there with Major Monogram, that Doofenshmirtz, and Uncle Arslow, which we've seen in Dinner Reservation.
Printed on. I'm gonna get a candy bar. Yours?
They're vending machines.
Vending machines. That is Doofenshmirtz's worst nightmare has come true. We'll explain to that when they become alive.
Have unreasonable fear that vending machines will become the dominant race.
And that's what it mentioned in the second dimension. My brand new best friend, that is me.
Vending machines become the dominant race.
Vending machines are my friends.
He also said vending machines becomes the dominant race, which he got his memory erased because of the amnesia there. It looks like he's still remembering from that, We seen evident in Fly Over the Wall when Phineas and the gang were singing about summer.
But I'm not exactly sure how.
I will be doing season 4 very soon once I cross that bridge, but the Amnesianator is wearing off. Looks like Perry the Platypus cover could be blown yet again. Maybe they didn't do enough to erase the Amnesianator.
Let the men need your help! Spill the tea, man!
Nice to free Perry the Platypus and using the improvisation to spill tea while being electrocuted. And also in Cheers for Fears, Doofus nightmare has come true.
Vending machine said it could happen. No, stay back, stay back. Oh, no, not the tiny vanilla cookies. How long have those been in there? The musical Nostradamus.
Furious force.
Candace wants to bring the inventions to Mom, but it got other ideas once we get to the vending machines actually trying to take over, which is actually a good afterthought, which we see it.
Big Girl Advice was in an all-hands-in situation, and on your hand, I'm reading the signals right.
Actually be a thing.
Wait, really?
I guess.
She has experienced many times with signals with Jeremy in the original one, but even though they got together, but we've seen that another Candace and Isabella talking to each other since Ain't No Picnic, and one of them being Mission Marvel, which is not my favorite, but I really like that. And look at that, vending machines is storming to the new Alka base, which has been since Alka Files. Compared to Alka Files to this episode, it is the same base, but it's actually recolored because of the new art style, and it takes place 10 years in art style after Alka Files, which is a different art style change, which is very good in the perspective, but I like both. I don't mind either way of it. Looks good.
Hoo-hoo, Carl, looky.
As the vending machine grows, you get to see the head is popping as the arm fades in from the part from the silver as it grows in, as it has feet as well. There's that lion statue again from the library from Meet Me in St. Louis. I really like how the weather's changed as the Venpocalypse is starting to heat up soon. Buford may have some strong arms, but Candace is lifting him, she is so strong.
We should run!
More vending machines coming in, get out of there. Even though this episode is animated very well, the rain film makes it harder to see. Ever since License to Boss, Candace is a very good driver, and front face Phineas. Man, Candace knows how to drive very well. And they got Major Monogram and Carl in the vending machine. Where is the other animal agents and Stacy as well? They could have called in to help. Look at the vending machine army. It looks sold out. Look at all of them trapped inside of it. If I saw this in real life, I'll be terrified right now. This episode is playing up to my expectation very well.
Dad, the vending machine apocalypse!
This is just like Night of the Living Pharmacists all over again. We always have people invading Danville, like the Normbots from the second dimension, the aliens from Candace Against the Universe, and now the vending machine this episode, and the pharmacists as well in Save Summer. How many times these people are gonna invade and destroy Danville or conquer it?
When did I ever say that? The Venpocalypse. That'll never happen. I wear black all the time.
This is another episode along with Blue Bowl Bastard and Book Club to have a seesaw gag.
Fantastic. Wouldn't it be cathartic to pound a bunch of carnivorous plants into submission with a book?
On Thursdays, I have archery lessons at noon. My mom drives me. Cool story, Addison. My Thursday archery lesson got rescheduled.
Cool story, Addison.
I never read the books.
Oh, cool story, Addison's mom.
I really love when Vanessa kicks ass. She is so cool. And the vending machine building platform to get Norm, which is very smart. When Norm is surrounded by the vendor apocalypse, I was like, oh shit, looks like this shit has got real. In point of view Norm, you get to see the charts or the bars there, which is very nice because I'm going to be doing the charts after this episode ends. As we're going to cut to commercial, but you get to see City Hall. Where is Roger Doofusnuts, by the way? Is he captured too? Oh yeah, this was one of the promos that came out before this episode came out too.
The real question is, do you want?
Vending Machine Prime is voiced by none other than the famous singer Megan Trainor. I haven't heard that name for a while, but she does famous songs like Drop That Bass and My Lips Are Moving. Anyone knows that song? She's in that new show called Hey AJ, which is created by none other than Jess Swampy Marsh. I recommend you go and look at it. And her husband is Dao Sabara. Her husband, who voiced Generator Rex Salza, one of my favorite shows of all time.
You've been kicked around, overlooked. We're his first sentient creation.
And that is pretty true, but it's gonna get retconned once we get to that scene in the flashback.
You have the Wi-Fi password.
All caps, don't tell anyone.
The password is password. Really? Wi-Fi password is password. Okay.
You one of them or one of us?
I'm Norm.
Story about this and that.
The third song in this episode is called Power Surge, singing by none other than Vending Machine Prime Megan Trainor, who is a professional singer, by the way, like Michael Bublé. And they're both famous, and to get them is a big coup, and they do a very good job of doing that. Even the vending prime machine is not a real thing. She has a point though. Norm has been treated trashed by Doofer nearly every single time, except that date with Chloe in season 4. Megan Trainor knows how to hit these vocals right. That is why she's a professional singer. And she took a selfie with Norm, which is actually pretty funny. There are many songs in this episode, but I think this is the best one out of this yet. Power Surge is a banger. This is very similar to Night of the Living Pharmacist, about how they're going to get into the apartment while being surrounded by pharmacists. And now this episode by vending machines.
I know what we're gonna do today.
Heard it, but I don't own the phrase.
I like how Phineas doesn't get annoyed the first time, but when we get to the second part when she says it again, Phineas does get annoyed. I like how he doesn't get annoyed like Isabella. When anyone says what you're doing, Isabella gets annoyed. We've seen evidence in Candace saying that, and Isabella got disturbed by the force. The alcohol door is trash, as well as the sign there. They really have breached inside.
Taking over the tri-state area.
And we need to save Norm.
Even if Norm is a robot, I really love that Vanessa cares for Norm like a family together, which is awesome. And that is the same plan that Phineas and Ferb and the gang is going to do. Maybe it's a callback that I didn't hear, which is a reference to Night of the Living Pharmacist.
We are totally...
Hey, there's Tough Gum. That's a callback to the original one when suddenly Susie.
There's some candy in me.
Baljeet saying candy me, which is a callback to Picture This.
There is no candy in me. There is no candy in me. Of course we are. Try me.
Why do you have a hat?
Why do you have do-rags?
That's a great comeback from Candace. Really like how she says it like that.
Touche.
The Wilhelm scream again, just like always. And they're all in the packet in the vending machine as they're gonna go there. And there's Jenny.
I feel like my suggested retail price is a bit...
Hey, it's good to see Irvin there, even though he's been captured.
Bag make my butt look big.
I presume that's a callback to Out of Launch when Candace said the same thing.
Does this suit make my butt look big?
Yes.
They're turning us into human snacks.
Time has passed, and it is the night time as well, as time has changed throughout the hours.
We've never used this secret back entrance.
We did see his basement, but not the back entrance before. I don't remember how, but I'm going to presume it was rebuilt after Milo Murphy's Law destroyed it in the crossover in Season 2 of Milo Murphy's Law.
Intruders! Intruders!
You wanted to dress in smelly boxes.
As much as I like Vanessa, I would agree in Doofusmus's part. I haven't seen much of Front Face Phineas in this episode, but this is...
Turn off when they're empty. No snacks, no power.
I was thinking, why didn't they do this earlier? But Buford, even though he may be as a brute guy, he is very smart. Buford has been carrying a lot in Season 5. He's the man of the show.
Eat the vending machine.
Every time I look at Front Face Baljeet, it looks so weird. Why couldn't they do this in the first episode? Why? This is how you do Front Face Baljeet right.
With enough coins, we could free everyone.
We're gonna get the change all the way up there.
I know what we're gonna do today.
And that's the second time she said that. And Phineas is gonna get annoyed.
Kinda loses its sting if you say it more than once.
And Phineas get annoyed in a special episode again. Buford summarized it in Save Summer.
Must be a special episode. He's yelling at his sister again.
I am no longer Norm.
I like how we see the shadow on the floor and the silhouette of his face before he reveals himself to be a vending machine. That's a cool reveal.
Merged with my real family and Vend Norminator.
He's merging with the vending machine as he's turning into a vending machine, combining with it as he controls it now. Candace being the MVP in this episode.
She's right. These will shoot coins too.
She was gonna bring Phineas and Ferb's inventions to her mom, but she got other ideas which she's gonna use it, which becomes good and handy with the coins.
I am so disappointed with you.
Disappointed with you too. You can
Look at that pose when she flips and lands like that. Vanessa is such a badass. We need more of this from Vanessa.
Wait. Oh, are you guys okay?
Actually, we could use more coins.
And that's the first time in any Phineas and Ferb episode that Vanessa talks to Isabella. We do see them together in Summer Belongs to You and Night of the Living Pharmacist, but they never spoke to each other. But this is the first time, which I like. I hope we get more of this with other characters.
My dad's coin collection.
And the most obvious thing about this is he collected the coins which started the vending machine. Now he's gonna use it to. They're gonna use it to save people in Danville.
This man is fully funded. We gotta shift the tide.
The last song of Phineas and Ferb season 5 of the Revive is called "Need a Little Change," which is a straight banger, which is another song by Love Handle. Who else? And the next song is actually a reprise. There's Jenny again, and there's that food critic from More Than an Intern. This guy right here in the left bottom, and this guy here with the suit and ties next to it, is actually been seen twice. Another Finabella moment, but this time Phineas is looking the other way while Isabella's blushing, while the heart filter appears again. Now he's looking at her. Nice. Man of action for being a badass as usual. Look at him go. I really like how Vanessa's being a badass in this episode, as well as Ferb. This makes some parallels between why they end up together in the future. And she's using a forklift as well. Vanessa is kicking ass in this episode, man. Everyone's kicking ass. The two are native from Submarine Sandwich Submarine and also More an Intern as he has these prototypes. This is another cool thing.
You were never there for me.
See, I'm here for you now.
He's stuck inside the vending machine again for the second time in this episode, but this time he's gonna get through his head as he's gonna change it back to normal.
I am more scared of losing you. Because the thing is, Norm, you snap at the people you're closest to. Always been closest to me.
The only way to get through that is the power of family. We've seen that trope every time with many shows will do that, but it works every time. And Doofusmerce has always been there for him, even though he's been evil at times.
That's great, Charlene. Bit of a fixer-upper, but...
And Hines has a divorce with Charlie, as we've seen it in the flashback, as the apartment is empty. As we've seen evident why he got the apartment in that sinking feeling.
Oh, Vanessa, her daddy miss...
Poor Doofus, he deserves respect. And the Mary MacGuffin doll appears, and this is a big record for many things. In the flashback, Vanessa is 7 or 6. I'm going to presume she is 7. And she wanted the Mary MacGuffin doll since she was 7, which is we see in the original run.
Yeah, when I was like 7.
At long last, I have found one!
I really hope that Dan Pover explains it in his YouTube shorts. Maybe, hopefully, he uploads soon, but... The Mary MacGuffin doll, I have a theory it could be Doofus being depressed because his wife divorced him. Maybe is the reason why he lost it, which can be a good excuse to do it. And there's an almond brittle bucket as he has it, which has always been the theme in the original one.
Like to hear a backstory?
Yes, sir.
And we get the origins of Norm, which is actually a bit of heartwarming as we see it, and a bit of controversial once we talk about it more. Norm's head is made out of a bucket of almond brittle, as he has a tin of hands and legs with the body.
Oh, you're made of metal. When I...
Oh, Vanessa looks so adorable. Look at her bite. Doofus really cares about her daughter, and she's miscolored again with her skin.
You're left to blame.
Even though Doofus have treated Norm garbage many times, I like how he takes accountability for what he has done and he's to correct it. I know there's some people say it acts like this, but the reason why is because he's evil all the time, which it actually messes him up, but he does care about the people close to him. This is the biggest controversial part because Norm was firstly introduced in Grease Lightning and he said new creation.
That's my new creation!
My name is Norm. The enemy of the platypus is man.
As is a big retcon, but other ideas, he did say new creation and that, but there could be another ways that they can get it right. Example, maybe Doofus was lying all the time. So where was Norm hiding while Doofus and Perry were fighting each other for many years? Maybe they build him a new body or a head to fight Perry the Platypus because Doofus doesn't think like that until that episode, which could be a good reason why. I wonder what happened to the prototype Norm from Candace Disconnected. Oh, I really love how Doofenshmirtz hugs his daughter, which is so heartwarming. I'll give it that. And there's that Aurora, which Linda said it comes up for once a decade. So Vanessa would be 7 or 6. So I'm going to presume that it is.
You're better than family. Been there, right beside me.
You're before the vending machine apocalypse.
See, Doofenshmirtz gets into his head and changes him back to normal with his song. We've seen that many times with many shows in other cartoons or animation. It works every time.
Okay, now that that's settled.
Inside! We're leaving! Hold on!
I know there's a lot of people talk about Doofenshmirtz, Vanessa, and Perry being the MVP. Candace is the MVP in this episode as they almost got crushed. Hey, there's that giant floating baby head again.
Today, Danville. Tomorrow, the world.
And that's what Phineas and Lawrence said.
Today, Danville. Tomorrow, the world.
First the tri-state area, next the world!
Doofenshmirtz, you'll never stop all of us.
I am still connected to the mainframe.
Shut us down, Norm. I'm in control of the main right now.
My self-destruct button is.
He may be retconned from Grease Lightning from the flashback, but never forget, he was built by Doofenshmirtz as an innator, so it makes a lot of sense that he has a self-destruct button. The only way to end this is a self-destruct button.
Get Vanessa out of here!
Harry, what are you doing? No!
I like how he pulls with Vanessa as Doofenshmirtz urges him to get out with Vanessa with the thing, which
You paying attention during the flashbacks?
History is written by the victor.
history is written by the Victor, which is someone said a long time ago, but I remind every time someone said that it's Modern Warfare 2.
History is written by the victor.
Time, please.
Is that the first time that Norm says Doofenshmirtz's first name Hines?
Take Squeaky.
Your self-destruct button is in your arm.
Why did you put it in there?
I have no idea.
You always put a self-destruct button for every innator that you put in, but this one is for all the right reasons because every time I see this picture, this makes me feel heartwarming and it makes me look sad because you know what's going to happen.
Call that family? We're connected.
I'm connected to you.
What a way to go out like this on Norm, pressing his own self-destruct from his armpit to save not just his family, the people of the tri-state area too, by pressing the self-destruct button. His sacrifice will not be forgotten. Rest in peace, Norm. 2008 to 2026. I do really miss the old nighttime as they're coloured in shading, but this look works very well. Look at the shading of it. It looks so good.
Never know my Wi-Fi password.
I'm gonna miss him too, Dad. I'm gonna miss him too.
Even Doofenshmirtz cares about the Wi-Fi password. I really love how Vanessa admits she's gonna miss Norm. This is so sad. Very emotional way to go out. Even though he's a robot, I really care about Norm with the seasons go by. You can hear Isabella themes is playing while Phineas and the gang are sleeping, while Isabella is in the front seat with Candace.
And all of Danville has collectively decided.
Nice to see Dink Weakerson. Haven't seen him since Duplicate when
Emotional fallout of a vending machine invasion, so everyone's just put it behind them. Snacks!
Big girl advice.
Hit me, sis.
We're in a life and death situation. To hold your hand on purpose.
I wouldn't worry about it. I think it'll probably work itself out in a couple of years.
you can be way more specific, Candace, than that. Also, Phineas is 11 now and will be a teenager in 2 years, so she will have to wait for 2 years. But now, let's see how this plays out. Phineas and Isabel is my favourite couple in Phineas and Ferb, don't get me wrong, but in this episode, the plotline felt rushed. I wish we have an extended 21-minute episode like Night of the Living Pharmacist, which did 10 times better than this episode. But as much as I love it, it felt out of place. And it could have fit better for other episodes like Happy Birthday Isabel and It's No Picnic. Perry the Platypus is sleeping, so he is listening. He could be the reason why Finnerbell ends up together with the Anitas or something.
Okay, Dad. You sure you're okay?
I'm almost done here.
No matter how many times Heinz Doofus screwed up or his plans fail or becomes evil, Vanessa will always love her father no matter what. She's always there for him, as well as Doofus as well.
Yep, almost done.
And the perfect way to end season 5 with Doofus rebuilding Norm, or Norm 2.0, whatever you call it. Alright, good shit, man. Alright, season 5 is completed, but the ratings, time to give them what they is. There have been some people complaining about how the episode went with the pacing, all the other stuff, which I will discuss about once I break down the ratings. But we're going to discuss about it anyway. Despite the few problems in this episode, I'm going to give the plot a 4. Plot A focuses on Phineas and Ferb throwing on rocks while they do building an invention. And while as Phineas and Isabella, there has been a plot line. I really like how Isabella asked Candace for advice, and towards the end that Candace will think about it in a couple years for them to get together, which actually happens. But this is the least part of the plot line that I kind of not a fan of in this episode. But the main plot line will focus on Norm, which is done very, very well. Even though it's retcon and everything, I really like how it does it in the grand scheme of things, which is done right. And the vending machines taking over is actually a good idea. And we get to see the vending machine prime played by Megan Taylor, who does a very good job. I wish we got longer scenes with her and the other vending machines slowly start to take over the tri-state era. Even though they did it very well, I really like how Candace helping Phineas and Ferb and the gang to fight off the vending machine and free the people from the packet from the giant vending machine. I really like how Norm sacrifices himself by pressing the self-destruct button. And before that, Doofus got into Norm's head by singing, and the flashback that Norm is always there for Vanessa and Doofus no matter as a family, which is great. The plot is done well, but I wish it was a extended 21-minute episode like The Night of the Living Pharmacist, which is 41 minutes, how it slowly builds up to pharmacists taking over the tri-state era by infecting everyone, and it started to build up towards the mid part of towards the end, which is great. But this episode, it did it well, but I wish we got more of that, which only gets one less point than that. Characterization will get a 5. Everyone is on point with the characterization, including Phineas and Isabella, even though it felt out of place in this episode. I really like how Candace becomes the MVP in this episode as he drives the kids to safety to fight off the vending machine with the coins and stuff. Vanessa being a badass as usual by helping her father and Perry the Platypus who were there, and they did a very good job of it. Even though Doofus kind of being a jerk towards Norm in the original one at times, I really like how Doofus comes to his senses, seeing that Norm has always been part of the family no matter what. Everyone else played their part of the characterization, which is actually the main strengths in this episode, which has always been very consistent. Everyone else done a very good job so far. Visuals, importance and entertainment will get a 5. And to end off the season 5 finale with a total score of 24 out of 25. If you disagree with the score, put it down in the comments down below. Despite some issues, I'm really satisfied how the episode went. but it could have been much longer how it went, like Night of the Living Pharmacist. But overall, I'm satisfied what we got. Emotional scene with Norm, a lot of great action, a lot of comedy things right here, and a lot of things to enjoy in this episode. Do you know what time it is? It's time for the charts, just like I did in my previous breakdowns for Season 1 and Season 2 and Season 3. And now I'll be doing the same for Season 5. I will be comparing them, even though I will try not to do it too much. But overall, let's go on with the charts to see how Season 5 did well. The average score for a plot is 2.45 out of 5, which is the reason why it's been like that through the original, and it's still the same. The highest it got was the Vending Apocalypse and the second episode of Cloudy of a Chance of More, which have some great banner episodes of the strong plot. The rest of them are free because it's an 11-minute episode, even though I would love to give it a 5, but try not to be biased too much. The only thing I gave it a 1 was Meet Me in St. Louis, which had the previous two did it better than this episode, but it didn't quite match the expectation for it. The rest are 2 or 3, which is a simple plot, even though some are for the jazz and the jokes and the comedy for it. Overall, it's just as the same as always, just like the previous original one of Phineas and Ferb. Comparing to the first original run of the 3 seasons of Phineas and Ferb, compared to the average score, Season 1 had 2.55, while plot for Season 2 had 2.8, while Season 3 had for 2.42. As Season 5 had higher than that, even though Season 2, Season 1 and Season 3 all have more episodes than Season 5, which has 38. Overall, Season 2 still becomes the most strongest. While the characterization in the revival always been consistent, with the characters being in line with each other for the jokes, comedy, gags, throughout all the things. I really like how everyone's getting character development, including Candice, who's been acting very well, even though she kinda crazy this time, even though they are. Doofus has always been the same, as well as Perry the Platypus. Phineas and the Can always go out for event, even though we see the less of him. It didn't quite affect the characterization. Reason why I gave it a 3 for Meet Me in St. Louis and Space Adventure, because Space Adventure isn't as interesting, even though it's a lack of Phineas and Ferb. It's just down to retorts of annoyance. And also Meet Me in St. Louis, some of the characters are folded in, apart from Candice and Meep and other characters. Other than that, the rest has done very well. Compared to the characterization in the first 3 seasons of Phineas and Ferb compared to Season 5, it's always been consistent as ever, as Season 1 was trying to find its identity, while Season 2 played out for it, as the characterization gives a lot, even though it has a lot of episodes of over 60, while Season 3 was the same, which also has over 60, but while the characterization always been consistent throughout the whole season, even though some episode may not be great. That shows you how the consistency goes, and same goes for Season 5 overall, while the characterization has been as strong as ever, with new dynamics like Stacy and Perry, and other characters well to flourish as well, including the Fireside Girls in Lord of the Fireside, and other things as well going through it. Overall, the characterization has never been a problem of Phineas and Ferb, as it's always been consistent. The visuals of all aspects changed throughout the past 10 years, with Snipple animation with Serenity with Rough Stuff's Korea Studios, whatever it is, I can't remember, as it only focused on Snipple animation, even though there are some wonky things like here with some of the animation in scenes fell off, some of it feels stiff, some pieces feel weird and all of that. But other than that, there are some scenes that will make up for it, like the inventions, the comedy, the jokes, Perry and Doof interacting with each other, a lot of characters working with each other, a lot of things going on in this episode. Other than that, the visuals always been as consistent as ever, even if it takes time to get used to compared to the original one from 10 years. I really admire the optimism of it. Let's compare the first 3 seasons of the original one compared to Season 5, as Season 1 was finding its identity with the expressions and all of that, while Season 2 focused on the fast pacing, the lightnings, and the new location, as well as Season 3 with the shadows, the textures, a lot of visuals, which actually gone stronger than that. even though season 5 shockingly have higher rated scores than season 3, season 1 and season 2, but overall it only has 38 episodes, even though there are times it felt out of play, but it always makes up for the occasion. I still think season 3 animation and season 4 is my favorite, along with season 2 with the fast pacing and stuff. It would just be unfair for season 5 to be better because it only has 38 episodes, while season 2 and season 3 only have over 60 episodes, while visuals of season 1 had 47 episodes. Well, for importance, it is 2.92 out of 5, and it is more important than ever, with the first 2 episodes being season 5 for the first time in 10 years, while the last one being the season finale, which delivered very well. There are other importance that gets a high rating, like Attack of the Candace suit, gets a 4. There are plenty of episodes like Drugenfest because Candace the Universe is canon because of Doof and Isabella, which is great. Agent T for Teen. It has become the most important of season 5 so far in the revival because it builds up from the original run or previous episodes from season 5, which actually leads up to here, like the Bread Ball Hot Tub, for example. Overall, it builds up to importance, which can lead more in the future. Compared to the first 3 seasons of the original for importance, season 1 was building up for its identity, with memes becoming over the internet for all over the years, with the expressions and all of that. And season 2 with the world building, like the Chronicles of Meep, Summer Belongs to You, Time Around the Future, and a lot of stuff going on. Season 3 builds up with the importance, with a lot of things going on with the shenanigans and stuff, which is interesting, which is the least for me. But as we go into season 5, it's the most important thing so far with the hiring, but it's only 38 episodes, while season 1, season 2, and season 3 have over 40 or 60 episodes, which is kind of unfair as you compare it. Season 5 was more important than the previous original one because it builds up from the original one, all the guys from season 5, which leads up to somewhere, which is the reason why it gets a high score, but it's 38 episodes. Just like the original run of Phineas and Ferb, the entertainment score continues to be consistent with the gas, jokes, the song, the interaction with the characters including Doof and Perry and the gang. Even though there's like inventions, there are still inventions that you can enjoy, which actually makes up for it. And also a lot of stuff with the pacing in some episodes. Even the animation felt wonky, but you can still enjoy it while watching it. There are a lot of things that you can enjoy with the entertainment side of it. There are 2 episodes I have lower than the 5 was Meet Me in St. Louis and the 28th episode. Other than that, the rest has always been consistent. Compared to the first 3 seasons of the entertainment score compared to season 5, as all of them are very consistent, landing a 4.9 for the first, second and third season along with the 5th season, but they all have higher score than the entertainment, which is the reason why is because of the consistency of some episodes just brings it down. No matter what it is for Phineas and Ferb entertainment, it will always be consistent for it, no matter what, to entertain kids, adults, and a lot of people around the world, which is absolutely amazing. The total score always have a higher force, with 19.79 out of 25, with the first 2 episodes being the straight banger with the first episode towards the last, even though many of them have started to find its identity since season 4, which ended 10 years ago, just like in season 1 when it started in 2007, but it's starting to get a grip, which actually gives a higher score. There are some solid episodes and decent episodes, even though they're not the best, which actually gives a consistency, apart from Space Adventure, which I do not want to talk about. There are a lot of great episodes like Agent T14 and Jugendfest, which is actually deserves a higher, with Dungeon Court and all of that. Other than that, season 5 was really enjoyable for views and everyone's watching it. Compared to the total score of season 1, season 2, season 3 of the original one compared to season 5, and all the seasons have done very well retaining the consistency, while season 5 has a higher score than the combined 3 seasons, even though it's 38 episodes, which is kind of unfair because season 1 has over 45 episodes, while season 2 have over 65 episodes, while season 3 has 62 episodes, which is going to get a lot of ratings for itself for a change. While Season 1 and Season 2 and Season 3 found their own identity, despite some of the art styles evolving, and it got better overall. Even though Season 5 had done well with the backgrounds, the jokes, the comedy, making it in modern compared to the other previous seasons from 10 years ago, even though it's done well for it, I still prefer the original season more, including Season 4, which I haven't break down, which done very well for it. Even though I still prefer Season 2 as my favourite, even though I'll still say it to this day. Overall, the total score will always be consistent around Phineas and Ferb throughout the seasons, and it shows once again that the show defined audio doing very well once again. Now for the counters of Season 5. I know what I'm going to do today. Hit 22 counter, while Anita hit 37, while First Line hit 53, which is the most of Season 5 so far, even though he doesn't speak in the finale. Too Young hit 10 lines, while What You Doing hit 14 lines. I wish I got more lines of Isabella saying that, which is one of the most iconic to me. Wes Perry got 28, and Curse You Perry the Platypus got 21. When All Day You Are Perry with 11, as it keeps the status quo from the original one, which is always said from here and now. I forgot to do the counter for the second dimension. While the Aeneid has 4 in the movie, while I know what I'm going to do today have 3. Too Young has 1, while Ferb has 6, not counting his singing voice, which is the most in the movie in the gag. What You Doing had 2, Wes Perry had 4, Oh There You Are Perry has 1, and Curse You Perry the Platypus had 1, which is emphasizing what the second dimension's always been like, with the status quo since the first episode, and I really like it so far. Overall, that will keep people up to speed on how the counters has gone throughout the seasons of Phineas and Ferb. A lot of that for the final force, so let's explain it how. Norm sacrificing himself to self-destruct with the vending machine is very similar to Big Hero 6, one of my favourite movies that I watched back in 2015.
I'm satisfied with my care.
And since we haven't saw Chloe in Season 5, even though Rodney has been in prison, I wonder how she felt when Norm actually self-destructed by sacrificing himself. Norm's self-destruct button was actually mentioned in Ferb Latin.
Let's hope there's no self-destruct button on this one.
Had one, Norm. I just never told you where it was so you wouldn't pick at it.
Which makes sense because he's hidden the self-destruct button on Norm in his armpits. And shockingly enough, I found a screenshot of where the third Phineas and Ferb movie could be, and it could be on Father's Day on February, which is also was back then in 2024 as it was planned while the rival was developing. We could be getting a third Phineas and Ferb movie on Father's Day, maybe this year or next year, so who knows. I also did a poll 1 month ago of which characters of the original one of Phineas and Ferb would you like to see again, not counting cameos from Season 5, just for appearances, while 74% vote for Agent Pinky, while Grandpa and Grandma Fletcher got 74% as well, while Coltrane got 1%, while Rodney got 25%, Jenny got 17%, Django got 5%, and Clyde and Betty Jo got 3%. This is just a surprise to me a bit, that Agent Pinky got the same amount of votes as Grandpa and Grandma Fletcher. I would love to see them back again, as also Isabella's Chihuahua hasn't appeared in 1 episode, even though Isabella was in her room for 1 episode of the Nightmare episode, and she hasn't appeared in a single part yet, even though they're both voiced by the same voice actor who voices Perry the Platypus. It's such a shame he hasn't appeared. Hopefully season 6 he will. I forgot to do other polls that I'm gonna put in, like Duplicator should have been longer than other things than that, but I will try and do it after this video has been released. I will add a new poll in my YouTube post, which I will put, and this time it will be about Norm's origin story. Should it have been retcon? Yes, no, maybe. Let me know in the community tab when it goes live, and until then, hope you have a fantastic day. And I will be starting Season 4 very, very soon. As always, see ya.